In the 2024-25 season, the Warriors were struggling, a below 500 team barely clinging to playoff hope. The dynasty was on life support, but everything changed when they pulled off a deadline day move for Jimmy Butler. Since the trade, they're 15-3. Curry is unstoppable. The team looks locked in like it's 2017 all over again. A team that looked finished is now back in the title race. This wasn't just a random move, it was calculated. This is exactly why Steph Curry and the Warriors wanted Jimmy Butler. This season, the Warriors were running on fumes. A team once built on firepower and depth had collapsed into a one-man show. Steph Curry, night after night, carrying an offense that had lost its edge. The results spoke for themselves. A 25-26 record, clinging to the 10th seed, a negative point differential. Despite a scorching 12-3 start, reality had hit them like a brick wall. The inconsistency wasn't just a phase, it had become their identity. By February, ESPN's BPI gave them a 0.1% chance to win the title. Not 1%, not half a percent. Basically, the same odds as a rookie dropping 50 in his NBA debut. The Warriors needed a second scorer, someone to ease Curry's burden and give defenses something else to worry about. The Warriors saw it, the entire league saw it, but every attempt to fix it led to a dead end. Paul George took his talents to Philly. Lauri Markkanen stayed locked in Utah. Even Kevin Durant, the one star who had actually worn a Warriors jersey, had no interest in running it back. Golden State had been searching for an answer, and then, somehow, they found him. Jimmy Butler.
With a ball handler, and that pass from Draymond to Butler!
So far, so good. Since Butler's arrival, the Warriors have flipped the script, emerging as the hottest team in the West. A scorching 15-3 record since the trade, an even sharper 15-2 in games Butler has played. And now, riding a 7-game winning streak, Golden State has climbed from the 10th seed to 6th, transforming from a play-in hopeful into a legitimate championship threat all in just over a month. Butler hasn't been putting up insane numbers. No gaudy 30-point nights or triple-double rampages, just 16.8 points, 5.6 rebounds, 5.8 assists, and 1.1 steals in 31 minutes per game. But his presence has completely reshaped the Warriors. Since the trade, they own the league's 3rd-ranked defense and 5th-ranked offense, posting a dominant plus 11.7 net rating, trailing only the Cleveland Cavaliers in that stretch. Being a star who thrives offensively without dominating the ball has always made Butler a natural fit in Steve Kerr's system. His ability to run pick and rolls, attack the basket, draw fouls, and make sharp passes adds a dimension the Warriors have sorely lacked. Defenses now have to account for Butler as a legitimate scoring threat, forcing them to divert attention from Curry. His presence inside the arc makes it far riskier to double-team Curry without consequences, a luxury the Warriors haven't had in years. Butler's impact goes beyond scoring. When a shot goes up, he's a problem. Nearly half of his rebounds in Golden State have come on the offensive glass, pulling down 2.5 offensive boards per game. Extra possessions mean more chances for Curry to create magic, and Butler has been relentless in generating them.
The shot. Butler tracks it down, shovel the post, post.
His ball security has also been a game changer for a team that has battled turnover issues throughout the Kerr era. Before the trade, the Warriors coughed up the ball on 14% of their possessions. Since Butler arrived, that number has dropped to 12.3%, ranking them 10th in the league in turnover rate. A steadier hand at the wheel has made their offense sharper, more efficient, and less prone to self-inflicted mistakes. Where Butler's presence has been most transformative, though, is in the paint. Before the trade, no Warrior averaged more than 8.8 drives per game, a major reason they ranked 26th in rim attempts. Butler has changed that overnight, leading the team with 11.9 drives per game and injecting much-needed rim pressure. And when he gets inside, defenses pay. His knack for drawing contact and getting to the line has turned a long-standing Warriors weakness into a newfound strength. Golden State ranked 26th in rim frequency and 28th in free throw rate before the trade. Since Butler's debut, they've climbed to 13th and 7th in those categories, finally adding a weapon that has eluded the Curry-Kerr era for years. Butler also gives the Warriors another reliable ball handler, someone who can break down defenses in isolation and punish switches in multiple ways. He can slip screens to exploit scrambling rotations, go to work in the post, or survey the floor while Golden State's guards weave through their signature split actions. His playmaking has been seamless, hitting cutters in stride, driving the lane and kicking out to shooters, or simply taking matters into his own hands with brute force bully ball on the block. Meanwhile, an already strong defense has leveled up. Butler's physicality and defensive IQ make him one of the best team defenders in the league, and alongside Draymond Green, he's formed a two-man wrecking crew on the weak side. The Warriors are forcing turnovers at an absurd rate with both of them on the floor, wreaking havoc in passing lanes and overwhelming opponents with aggressive help defense. That added edge has helped mask Curry's limitations at the point of attack and the team's lack of a true rim protector. On both ends, the Warriors look sharper, more fluid, and more dangerous. Butler's presence has shifted the way opponents approach this team, forcing them to account for more than just Curry's brilliance. Golden State finally has the balance it was missing, but no one has benefited more from Butler's arrival than Steph Curry. Even after just turning 37, Curry remains one of the most efficient and unstoppable offensive forces in the game, but Butler's presence has unlocked an even deadlier version of him. Before the trade, Curry was grinding through constant double teams, averaging 22.7 points, 6.1 assists, and 4.5 rebounds, while shooting 38.9% from deep on 59% true shooting. The weight of carrying the offense was showing.
Threes. Curry sidestep. Curry drive. Curry flip. Curry good!
Since Butler stepped in, Curry has looked like a rejuvenated monster. Over the last 16 games, he's putting up 28.3 points, 6 assists, and 4.1 rebounds while shooting 48.5% from the field, 40.6% from three on nearly 12 attempts per game, and 92.4% from the line. Good for an absurd 68.6% true shooting. The last player to hit that level of efficiency at this volume over a full season? Curry himself, back in 2017-18, when he and Kevin Durant torched the league. Having another legitimate offensive star has completely shifted how defenses play Curry. The Warriors have spent 6 years searching for a big, versatile playmaker to pair with him after Durant left, and Butler fits the bill perfectly. His presence means fewer traps, more off-ball movement, and cleaner looks for Curry. His rim frequency is up, finishing at a 70% clip, the second best of his career. He's also getting to the line at a much higher rate, nearly doubling his free throw attempts to 6.5 per game. Golden State took a massive swing at the deadline to build a real contender around Curry. Butler has done exactly that, giving the Warriors the secondary offensive force they've desperately needed and allowing Curry to be the most efficient version of himself once again. If the league needed any more proof that the Warriors are back, their active 7-game winning streak says it all. With the regular season winding down, they're heating up at the perfect time, taking down a mix of conference rivals and playoff hopefuls along the way. The streak started with a commanding 119-101 road win over the Hornets, followed by a solid 114-102 victory against the Knicks.
2-8. Final seconds in the half. Curry. Oh, wow. The wildest 20.
They then edged out the Nets in Brooklyn, 121-119, then returned home to grind out a 115-110 win over the Pistons. A 130-120 shootout victory against the Trailblazers pushed it to 5, a blowout win over the Kings 130-104, and then capped it off with a hard-fought 97-94 win over the Knicks at home. Among these wins, the battle against Detroit stood out as one of their most complete performances of the streak. Curry was in full control, pouring in 32 points on 8 of 22 shooting, draining 4 threes, and going a perfect 12 for 12 from the line. He also chipped in 4 assists and a steal. Butler, meanwhile, showed exactly why the Warriors brought him in, stuffing the stat sheet with 26 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals in a game-high 37 minutes. His two-way presence was crucial, especially in crunch time, as the Warriors locked up the 115-110 win. Throughout this run, the Warriors have been firing on all cylinders, averaging 121.5 points, 45.3 rebounds, and 31.7 assists per game. Their defense has tightened up, forcing 9.3 steals and 4.8 blocks per contest. The offense is clicking, with Curry leading the charge and Butler fitting in seamlessly. Not too long ago, it looked like the dynasty was finally over. The Warriors were stuck in mediocrity, barely clinging to relevance in a brutal Western Conference. Steph Curry was carrying an impossible load. Draymond Green was in and out of the lineup, and the supporting cast struggled with inconsistency. Then came the trade, and just like that, everything changed. Butler didn't come to Golden State to reinvent himself. He came to win a championship. For the first time in years, he's in an environment where the only expectation is hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. The results speak for themselves. Since his arrival, the Warriors have looked like a completely different team.
South. Butler into the key. Jimmy Butler, yeah!
They're winning, they're defending, and they're back in the conversation as legitimate contenders. Butler has seamlessly integrated into Steve Kerr's offense, meshing with Curry and Green like he's been here for years. And the best part is that he hasn't even hit playoff Jimmy mode yet. History proves that Butler in the playoffs is a different animal. 8 40-point postseason performances in Miami, including a ridiculous 56-point explosion against the Bucks in 2023. 2 finals runs in 5 years. Now he's playing next to the greatest shooter of all time, in a system built for high IQ, two-way stars like himself. The Warriors still face challenges. They've already lost a game without Butler, and the roster has flaws. Plus, the Thunder are surging. The Nuggets are rounding into form, and LeBron and Luka's Lakers are gearing up for deep runs. But none of them want to face this Warriors team in the playoffs. Not Jokic, not Luka and LeBron. With Curry playing at an MVP level, Butler providing a relentless two-way presence, and Draymond anchoring the defense, the Warriors have positioned themselves as a dangerous opponent. Golden State might have just pulled off the trade that saves their dynasty. If they win it all, this could go down as one of the greatest midseason moves ever. Jimmy Butler came in and flipped the script. The Warriors aren't just surviving anymore, they're thriving. Steph Curry looks rejuvenated. The team has a new edge, and suddenly, another championship doesn't seem so far-fetched. Is this the move that brings another ring to Golden State? Are the Warriors officially back in the title race? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA breakdowns.